I don't know if you can see the ducks swimming around on there. I just thought I'd get as close as I can without scaring them. Looks like a nice family. The ducklings are getting pretty big. Right where these cattails are. I remember when my grandfather and grandmother still lived here. He had a little shack right here where the cattails are. And he would take the little duck eggs that he'd find and put them in the shack so that they'd be protected. So he loved ducks on this pond. I don't even know if they know I'm here. They probably do. I'm just not scared. So pretty. Oh, they're coming closer. What a beautiful day just to walk around in the yard, hey? There are lots of ducks on here. So pretty. You can see the raspberries better here. All the thistles have died back. Sure tall, hey? Tons of them. And over on this side, I don't know exactly what those are. They look like either pin cherries or high bush cranberries. See the berries? Tons of them. And over there, I'm pretty sure that's a Saskatoon bush. There's more raspberries over there too. That's the chute. I remember hauling cattle. Whenever, well, we'd have to load the cattle to haul them away. It's a long time ago. Okay, I'm going to take a tranche up to the maple tree, I think. Look at that, something was bedding down in here. Eating berries. I'm thinking it is deer this time, so it didn't smell like bear like when we were in here in August. And the berries are all drying up other than these pin cherries or high bush cranberries or whatever the heck they are. I don't know. I'm thinking high bush cranberries, but I'll have to look when we have internet access. I'm just on the other side of, you can see that, the raspberry patch. We've got more trees here. I think those are Saskatoon bushes, but I'm not positive. And tall, tall grass. I don't know if you could see in there. That is an old chicken coop. A chicken house that we had our fryers in. Yeah, you can tell back there. Try and get closer, but we'll see. It's like an old chicken coop. Fences broken down. Haven't been in there for years. I don't think she's even used it. Okay. Ah, there you go. Now you can see it. We used to keep the chickens in there that we would butcher. Oh. Yeah, I hated doing the butchering. My dad would do that and we'd pluck and gut. I'm fine with that, but I had a heck of a time. My daughter tried it once with Grandpa Doug, but yeah, she didn't like it either. Thankfully, YouTube has some pretty awesome videos on how to humanely put chickens to sleep before you butcher them. So yeah, we'll try that when we get out here to Homestead for real. But yeah, we're not going to be doing it in that house. God, I remember being probably 10 or 12 years old and Dad would tell us, stay out of there, when he'd first get the chicks. There was one time that a friend and I went in there and we had pulled out the lamp by accident. It's one of the few actual lickings I got from my dad as we killed all the baby chicks. Of course we felt bad enough for that, you know. But yeah, the licking helped us reinforce that you should listen. When Dad says something, it meant something. Okay, I'm gonna crunch up. That's the old garage. Don't mind the shakiness. I'm just using my iPod. And that, looking back towards the rhubarb and trees in the yard, just so you get an idea of where I'm at. I am on the other side. There's the house. There's the machine shed. And this was our old laying hen house. The trough's still here. Those were up there by that red barn thing. That was actually a greenhouse. I haven't even been out here yet. My husband has, but this chicken coop is the original chicken coop that my grandfather built. Oh my goodness. That tree's always been behind it. He built this back in at least the 50s because my sister has one of those aerial farm photos that was painted. Actually, it's a painting that was done in 1956, and this barn was already here. And there used to be like a nice chicken coop here. A lot happens in 10 years without any upkeep. I'm not positive, but it looks almost like my former stepmother had just let the dogs and the cats. Oh, look at that butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? Looks like it was a place for the dogs and cats to bed down. There's a bunch of dog food bags and straw. I'm going to see if I can get through the corrals. If you look up there on the hill, that is the old horse barn. It's made from logs. That's why we're kind of sad. My husband doesn't want to tear it down or burn it down because it's one of the original buildings. It's like one of the few original buildings still here. Up where that red granary is on the hill, that was where the original house that Grandma and Grandpa Bill and Joyce built when they first homesteaded up here. And that was Dick and Dan, a set of Clydesdales that my grandfather had. That was their barn. I should tell you some stories about them. There are twin geldings, not Clydesdales, geldings. That was Grandpa's horse team that he used to plow and do all of the work with. I guess before he had vehicles, that's how they got into town. The original house was up where that red building is. I'm actually going to go out on the road and try and cut across in there because I know the Brushes, the people that rent the farmland from us, are going in and out up there, so there might actually be a good walking path out to the old maple tree that I wanted to go. The maple tree is behind the barn up there. It's the original tree that my Grandma Joyce planted beside the house. And it's special. It's special to the family because it's still standing. It's one of the few things that are still standing. But I have memories in that barn. Oh my gosh. When we were growing up, it was a pig barn. My dad was using it to raise pigs in. There was no fences up there. It was all just, you know, we used to roam around. And the, like, you know where that window is? It was kind of like a loft where my grandfather used to put hay for the horses. There's a squirrel talking to me. Yes? Trying to tell a story here. I'm not hurting you, so don't worry about it. Anyway, neighbor kids, well, at that time Dad would tell us to stay out of the loft because there was some broken boards and weaknesses that we could fall through. But of course, being kids, we never listened. There was one time we were up in there playing around, and one of the neighborhood boys, he was like the brother of a friend of mine that would come over all the time. They were from the neighborhood here. Neighborhood being like about 5 miles away. Still neighborhood, maybe 3 miles away. But anyway, we were up in the loft running around playing. Then all of a sudden we saw a bat, and it was flying around. And they were swinging, like the boys were swinging around, and they hit it because we were scared, you know, that whole wives' tale getting caught in your hair and all that. We were screaming and freaking out. But anyway, we felt bad. This poor bat was hurt, so we tried nursing it back to health. And probably within a week, of course we didn't know what bats ate. We knew it ate insects, but it wasn't eating anything. So it died. And it was so funny because this is when we didn't have any step-parents at home, I think. Yeah, because Dad was out in the field. And my sister and I had a service for it. It was, we burnt it, like cremated it in the burning barrel, except we covered it in Brute, like Brute 33. I don't know why the hell we did that. We thought it was respectful of some kind, somehow. So we burnt it, and Dad come in from the field and he could smell this horrible smell. And that's what it was this damn aftershave burning, this cologne burning, and it just stunk the whole farm up. It was horrible. And we had to tell him, well, our bat died. We had to have a service for him. So yeah, he understood, but he said, don't douse anything in cologne. That's pretty gross. Okay, I'm gonna go around the road and try and find a way in up there, because I want to go behind there, see if that maple tree is still there, see if it's still healthy, or how many other brown butterfly? I think it's following me. Follow me from the chicken coop. I just noticed him here. Right on the corner of the door frame. Neat, huh? I'm up on the road right now. Just thought I would show you what it looks like. That's the driveway going into the house. I always love this road. No matter when or where we are throughout history or time, if I ever want to go home, I just have the dream of being on this road. It's kind of weird. I've had a lot of dreams being on this road. Guess where I am. Haha. Just had to open my gate. This is that horse barn I was telling you about. Please don't mind the allergies. This, oh my god, I haven't been here for so many years. That used to be the side house that my grandfather would put his foaling horses in. Ones that were having babies, they come in here separate from the others. I'm not going in here because it's going to fall down. That is the horse barn. You can see that? Little stalls still there. When I say like original log cabin, look at the mud between the boards or the logs. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm with Jared. I don't really want to burn this down. No. What do you think? Now look up here. Right there is where we're going. Back to where that old maple tree is back there. I don't know if you can even see it because there's a bunch of new maple trees all around. Saplings. I have been waiting all summer to come up here. I've just been too busy cleaning and haven't had any time to myself. This is awesome. Caragana trees. Dad built these pens not long before he passed away. He started breeding, what are they called? Black and Red Angus. And yeah, he used these corrals. The posts still look pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do. The brush shoes lease are up. Leases? Yeah, because we have 2 quarters. Are up this year. And we told them we won't be renewing because we're... Look at that. Still really good. Oh, that's where we were. Down there. I told them we won't be renewing because we don't know what we have planned. Oh, look at that. Is that beautiful? Oh, I need to take a picture of this so I can paint it. Just in case it does fall down. Again, don't mind the allergies. I'm so stuffed up. Oh wow, cow patties. I know that sounds weird to be excited by cow patties, but this is part of my history. I love it. I'm gonna take a walk probably and go see the cattle that's out here. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take a tranche over there and I'll see you then. That's where we just came from, the barn up there. Just wanted to show these trees back here. When my sister and I were growing up, it was even thicker back in there. And it was like old gnarled trees. We used to call it the enchanted forest. We used to just climb through these no matter what time of year it was. It was insane. Now, I'm going to turn you around. That bush is actually a huge maple tree and all her saplings. Wow. Oh, the feeling is just phenomenal. I haven't been up here since my dad died. This is crazy. Wow. Ah. The hayfield. Out past where those trees are, that's the hall yard. That's a few acres that my grandfather gave to the community back in, I think it was 1935, to build a school. And that's how he met my grandma. My grandma was, I think, the 3rd teacher here, or the 1st. I can't remember, either the 1st or the 3rd teacher in the Culp area. And she came from Edmonton, Alberta. Met my grandfather, they fell in love, and they homesteaded out here. That was pretty awesome. God, I wish I had my antihistamine because I'm really bad right now, but excited. Wow. Her family more or less disowned her after she married my grandfather because he was just a poor dirt farmer and she was a teacher, come from a rich family. So yeah, she was pretty much left on her own after, which she didn't seem to care. She loved my grandfather and had 3 sons with him. What a beautiful farm. I know it doesn't look beautiful, but look at that massive tree. This is the maple tree. Look at how gorgeous she is. gosh. Look in there. My Grandma Joyce planted this in the late 30s. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. It's still beautiful. Oh. My sister and I used to come out here when we were young, and we would find gnome footprints in the dirt here. Oh wow. What we thought were gnome footprints anyway. I still believe it's enchanted. I don't care what anyone says. It's gorgeous. That's looking out from under her at our beautiful land. Oh wow. Oh jeez. Is that awesome? Oh my god. Parts of her are breaking, but it's natural. This is beautiful. Oh! I don't even know what to say. Oh, it's dry. I used to come out here and spend so much time just sitting here calling fairies. Just sit here.